My name is Kiran Mohandas Menon and I come from India. Study at the National University of Advanced Legal Studies in India. I'm doing my BA LLB Honours 5-year degree right now.
So what made you the decision to come to Sri Lanka as an intern?
Sri Lanka, I've always been fascinated by Sri Lanka as a country. Maybe one of the reasons is that we share many similar cultural traits. In judicial terms, there was the fact that Sri Lanka's legal system is pretty similar to India's legal system, yet different enough in the fact that it has an influx of civil law, Roman Dutch law, along with the common law, which is the most popular in India. So it would be similar, yet it would be enough to make it a learning curve for me at this very transitional point.
In the course of the stay in Sri Lanka, what sort of academic and practical coverage that you got in terms of the system of justice in Sri Lanka?
I think being very inexperienced, the most invaluable lessons came from visits to almost all the courts in the hierarchy of Sri Lanka. We went to the Magistrates Court, which was the lowest level. We went to the High Court in Negombo, and we even went to the Supreme Court in Colombo. Despite being quite inexperienced, I have been able to see a couple of very important cases, but I saw some of the finest arguments I've seen in my life. So I'd say that is sufficient enough to make this whole experience and learning curve that I needed at this point in my life.
And apart from your experience that you got, I also heard that you have got the opportunity to write an article on a specific selected area of law.
Absolutely. Yes.
Which area of law did you select?
I chose devolution of powers. It was a critical analysis and a comparison between India and Sri Lanka. So I'd say to be able to write for the Island newspaper, which is actually one of the better ones in Sri Lanka, I was surprised to be able to get such an opportunity, and I'm grateful.
And in terms of the experience that you at the Godfrey Courier Associates,
yes,
in terms of people that you had to liaise with in order to work, how would you define that experience like?
When I decided to come to Sri Lanka and Godfrey Courier Associates, I expected it to be very difficult, to be honest. But from the very first day, I was welcomed with open arms. I'm always grateful for the incredible generosity that was shown to me. And everyone was so willing to share their own experience. I'm really grateful, and I have to say I'm very satisfied with my experience in Godfrey.
I'm Kimberly Browning from the United States, and I'm in my third year of university at the University of Maryland, Baltimore.
And I'm Laura Whitwell, and I'm in my third year of my LLB law at Edinburgh Napier University in Scotland.
What made you to make a decision to serve as an intern at Godfrey Courier Associates?
I wanted a valuable experience abroad that I could take back and enhance my skills and introduce me to what law was all about. And I think it's important sometimes to have something to compare your law with, because it enhances your knowledge on your own law when you compare it with another country's.
And in Scotland, we can't really, it's probably the same in America, we can't get like a hands-on experience for law. Like, it's very closed off, so it's been really good to have a hands-on experience here.
In the course of your stay, did you feel that Sri Lankans were receptive?
I do. They were very welcoming. When we came into the law firm, everyone was there to help, very knowledgeable, whether it was in the office or outside the office. There was always something to be taught.
What sort of exposure do you believe you gained through Godfrey Courier Associates?
The article, just having the experience to research Sri Lankan law and compare it to the United States, and have the valuable knowledge around us to know what to focus in on, and if we were having trouble, to know where to go with our research. And just, it felt like a huge accomplishment to be able to see the newspaper and pick it up and realize that was the work we did with Godfrey Courier Associates.
Finally, what is the message that you want to give, that how you spend the time at Godfrey Courier Associates?
I think in order to succeed, you have to step outside of your comfort zone sometimes and travel abroad, whether it's just for a couple of days or a couple of weeks or a couple of months. It's always good to know that you've seen other places and you've compared yourself to other people, and as well as their experience and their history and their culture and their society.
I think Kim's just summed that up there about it all the experience and the knowledge that we've gained. Definitely, we've managed to see so much of the country as well,
and
traveling around.
It'll definitely help me with my future endeavors in the law field.